We have a author that we haven't had in a long, long while. This was actually when I started shouting out the author's names to begin with. Yeah, no, if I'm looking carefully, the 2000 was the last one, which was the Yellowstone, like reset the universe SCP basically. That's how fucking exactly 1,109 SCPs ago. That's crazy. Oh, hey, okay, Hammer Maiden. It's been a while, but let's see what you got. Which also, now I'm looking at this, it does seem like we're gonna get the... there's always gonna be long ass breaks until we get to actually always see another Hammer Maiden SCP. Like, the next one is like at the end of Series 4. And then middle of Series 5. Beginning of Series 6. End of Series 6. Like, it's like that big chunks of time before we ever get to see one of them again. Indeterminate source. Oh fuck. The fact that I see all those red links makes me realize it's gonna be long. I'm just like, it's almost 5 hours, man. It's almost 5. I just want to be done. SCP Foundation InfoSec PR statement. The existence of SCP-3109 may be publicly acknowledged, but must be limited to the following information. Imagine if I streamed this at normal times. It would be like almost 2 in the morning by now. The existence of SCP-3109 may be publicly acknowledged, but must be limited to the following information. An indeterminate series of anomalous events is taking place in the vicinity of Kuiper, Belt Object 9987320-2448-U102. Foundation assets are working with various UN and Martian militaries to resolve and contain the situation. The environment of and space surrounding KBO 2448. I still have to make the bed. U102 is currently incompatible with sustained human presence. Informational security is being maintained in the event the situation results in the manifestation of dangerous memetic or infohazardous properties. Civilian equipment or persons attempting to enter the quarantine zone are subject to immediate destruction. Any civilian attempting to observe the quarantine zone is subject to detainment, amnestic treatment, therapy, or permanent containment as appropriate. Upclass Euclid. Reclassification to OCOM. Rejected on grounds that this object cannot be determined to be a natural or constructed anomalous phenomenon. In addition, the object cannot be confirmed to be self-containing, nor to have any benefit to maintaining collective normalcy. Until any of these points can be verified, Euclid classification remains appropriate. HMCL Rachel Smith 9. Special containment procedures. A Foundation automated quarantine zone is in effect around SCP-3109 at a distance of 5,000 kilometers. Astronomical observation, robotic, and manned exploration of the body, formerly known as KPO 2448-U102, is strictly prohibited to all civilian entities. UN and Martian nation states are permitted to continue basic reconnaissance and observation of the object, subject to informational transparency with Foundation assets and other involved nation states. Data obtained from these observations must be classified top secret in their respective governments. Non-Foundation equipment entering the quarantine zone may not be retrieved under any circumstances. Exploration of SCP-3109 is subject to total loss at a rate of 40%. Surviving expedition have internal loss rate exceeding 60%. All personnel assigned to SCP-3109 must be made aware of this prior to assignment. Exploration by D-Class Foundation assets must be voluntary by order of the Ethics Committee. Consent is not implied by prior voluntary D-Class service. KBO 2448-U102 as viewed from Enceladus Site 1-1 visible in upper right quadrant. Is that like a grasshopper? Or like, what is that? The attempts to contact sample or neutralize -1 are prohibited. SCP-3109 is a roughly spherical area centered on the newly discovered Kuiper Belt object 2448-U-102 with an approximate radius of 25,000 kilometers. Material entering SCP-3109 may change in shape, size, chemical composition, and mass, and are also subject to various temporal and spatial distortions. Such alterations of objects and causality has been observed in roughly 22% of recorded missions. The area is also subject to random manifestation of simple and complex objects, both organic and inorganic, including artifacts normally only known to be manufactured by humans. Manifestation of objects occurs in roughly 11% of recorded observation and missions. Did I actually read this? Yeah, I did. Okay. Unlike other reality-altering phenomena observed within Foundation-accessible space, can readings within the region consistently align with the vacuum background level of 0.92 and 1.5 humes. -1 is an unidentified anomalous entity or object which exists in the vicinity of KPO 2448-U-102 at a distance ranging between 0 and 10,000 kilometers of the planetary surface. Though -1 is corporeal and visible to LiDAR, spectroscopic analysis of its composition remains inconclusive, suggesting composition of some exotic form of matter. Despite consistent changes in position, -1 does not move in the classical sense, though apparent movement can be measured at either the leading or trailing edge. Photographic and video evidence confirms that the bulk of -1 remains stationary at all times. The object proceeds through space by manifesting additional material at its leading edge and annihilating material at its trailing edge. Due to this, -1 is capable of apparently instantaneous movement and acceleration in any direction. Whenever -1 approaches within 200 kilometers of KPO 2448-U-102 surface, the planetoid's topography, environment, and chemical composition are subject to radical changes. Oh, okay, it's just like changes the planet. Alteration becomes more severe as -1 approximately increases. Observed alterations include manifestation of oxygen in the atmosphere, spontaneous generation of living organic material, creation of new mountain ranges, liquefaction of the planetoid crust. Okay. Green. Okay. Liquid wave. Yeah, there you go. What was I? Oh. The object proceeds through space by manifesting additional material at its leading edge. Now, we read that observation alteration. Yeah. Despite continuing contact with -1, KPO 2448-U-102 orbits remains stable and remote measurements of its mass remains unchanged. Discovery on the 14th September 2448 CE, automated Martian deep systems survey equipment on Ganymede identified the fourth inclination of a new Kuiper Belt object approximately 1,060 kilometers in radius and granted the designation KPO 2448-U-102. Analysis of photographic data from the planetoid identified several unidentifiable anomalies in its observed brightness. Martian Navy assets dispatched a long-distance probe to perform basic reconnaissance in hopes of retrieving additional water, ice, and complex organics from the site to stabilize deficits in Martian planetary eco-forming and asteroid belt holdings. The probe entered local KPO 2448-U-102 space on the 5th January 2449 and began Well, 449. Oh, okay. Also, we're in the future and began transmitting still images of the planetoid along with inconclusive spectroscopic analysis of another large, greater than 200 kilometers in length object apparently in orbit. Mission continue for transmission. Sorry, what was I continue to continue for 37 minutes before the probe abruptly failed for unknown reasons. See figure 1 above. Martian naval intelligence quickly notified UN Spacey and Foundation assets of possible anomalous activity, detained all persons directly exposed to the feed, and turned over the records to the Foundation in compliance with DSAAD Article 1. Deep Space Anomalous Activity Directive. On Spacey assets revealed at the time that an additional manned mission was in transit to KPO 2448 U-102 as of the 16th September 448 in attempt to establish a sovereign base on the planetoid for future Kuiper Belt operations, flying under radio blackout, which would not be lifted by the crew until planned transmission on the 7th February. Under duress, UN space assets authorized the release of vessel designation and yield contact frequencies and command of the mission to the Foundation on the 12th of January. Transmission log 1. Transmission log 1 070224449. For the following is a transcript of transmission between Foundation. Yeah. Okay. Foundation site Enceladus 1 and frigate class vessel UNV on the 7th February 2449. Mission objective: fact finding regarding possible anomalous activities surrounding KPO 2448 U-102. Conversation carried out over direct wave communication at 50 minutes delay. Participants: SCP researcher Marconi von Allen, UN Spacey Captain Park. Researcher Van Allen, United Nations vessel. This is researcher Marconi von Allen of the SCP Foundation. We have been granted jurisdiction over this vessel by Admiral under DSAAD Article 5. Please respond with your mission status as soon as possible. SCP researcher, this is a UN Spacey restricted frequency. No further communication will be acknowledged until we receive confirmation from Admiral herself. Admiral right verification through UN Spacey on world vessel. Conversation resumed after 45 minutes of radio silence. SB site in Enceladus 1, this is Captain Park reporting. I'm sorry you have us at a loss. This is a torpedo bomber designed for running military blockades. Just about the only thing we do is move fast, take pictures, and shoot back. Captain, I understand this is outside your normal mission parameters, and I'm very sorry. The situation is still evolving, and it's important for the safety of humanity that we not miss this opportunity to get important intelligence on KPO 2448-U-102. You're equipped with video equipment, LiDAR, and a spectrometer, correct? Just that can tell us a lot. Enceladus, yes, that is correct. But you can imagine getting a call from the Foundation is not good news in deep space. We will participate in the mission, but I need you to know that my crew and my ship come first and your intel comes second. I'd rather face a court-martial than I need some assurance that you're not going to screw us. Understood. We are classing you as a professional Class E asset. It makes your safety our top priority. Based on our telemetry, by the time you got this, you'll be within 10,000 kilometers of the object. I need you to perform a hard deceleration burn as soon as possible. You don't know how far out this thing reaches yet. The farther away you can park, the better. Then point the forward area at the planetoid and send us anything you get back. Telemetry data shows UNV begins deceleration at 3G prior to stop 5,000 kilometers from the surface of KP 2448-U-102. Data stream connected. Analysis reveals composition of complex organics, water ices, methane, ammonia, carbon dioxide, oxygen, and trace metals. Enceladus, you should know that none of this is right. I'm looking at U-102 at the outer window right now, and it's a dead rock. No sign of anything like what the spec is showing. We're going to resend. Data stream connected. Analysis reveals the object is composed primarily of heavy metals with highest concentration of iron, cobalt, titanium, and uranium. Traces of silicate also present. Enceladus, I'm really wondering if there's something wrong with our alarm. Klaxon is audible on tape. Red proximity alarm is visible on video feed. Red alert, strap in now. Helmsman, await. Enceladus base, unidentified object rapidly approaching. A loud crash is audible. Video displays sudden lateral acceleration on the bridge. Shit, starboard hull puncture. Seal that deck. Enceladus, we are officially aborting. Mr. Kim, bring me the sun. Telemetry indicates vessel begins to retreat on the 8G thrust for 20 minutes before slowing to 0.3 G. Contact reestablished. Mr. Van Allen, you still read. Here's our situation. During our last transmission, D was attacked by an entity ship, a geometric crystalline shape of some kind. I don't know exactly how, but it changed size, shape, speed, color. We'll send you a video now, but I could barely see it. Rodriguez in weapons thinks it was hiding in the shadow of our planetoid. Lyda didn't even see it until it was 20 kilometers away. Right now we're limping home. The contents of our galley, a significant portion of our Atmo, about 2/3 of our deuterium vented into space during the last burn, still leaking low air. We have... What was it? 2 weeks operation time at current thrust. That put us just inside Saturn's orbit and about another week from our reposition before we sunk. Please advise. Captain Park, you and your crew did wonderfully. Foundation vessels will rendezvous with you at attached coordinates in 9 days. Keep in touch. Afterwards, UNV retrieved without incident. Ship's engineer, Lieutenant Velma Worth. Disease of acute radiation exposure. All surviving crew members demonstrate various stages of radiation sickness. Radiation source unknown. Crew vessels and all materials inside vessels subject to decrease in volume and mass of 0.2%. UNV outer hull perforated in 47 places. Metallic distortion suggests punctures originating from between layers 5 and 7 of hull plating. No foreign material recovered from damaged sites or within the vessels. Main expedition log. The following table contains a list of notable main expedition to SCP-3109, including contact attempts with -1 displayed. Main expedition. Okay, not that long. Okay, expedition 1 items recovered. Status additional comments. So that expedition 1, no items. Status total loss 3 killed in action. -1 appeared insert on approach surface. Conversation appeared static. Landing authorized spontaneous spaghettification of craft immediately prior to touchdown on surface of TPO 2448 U-102. Number 5, approximately 250 milliliters of SCP-447, safe recovery. During surveillance at a range of 7,000 kilometers, all expedition members experienced a foul, minty taste. Science Officer Rachel Smith, 09, recognizes potential containment breach, instructs crew to expectorate immediately and reports mission. Number 7, 1 human cadaver, D2780, on D-class asset, kill in action. An approach within 2,350 kilometers of -1, Foundation craft experienced collision with an unidentified human cadaver. Recovery by crew revealed identity to be D2780, currently on board. Mission order to proceed. When attempting to contact -1 at a range of 20 kilometers on standard narrow band laser frequencies, the animate instance of D2780 spontaneously disappeared from the vessel. Mission aborted. Analysis of cadaver suggests temporal displacement in excess of 3 months. Number 12. 3 rotary telephones, 1 live walrus, 2 anomalous amorphous entities resembling SCP-2197-1. Safe recovery. Objects encountered during installations of current containment perimeter. Telephones and walrus display no anomalous properties. Walrus proves unable to survive vacuum condition after retrieval. Proposal to return -1 instances to containment currently under review. Number 13. None. 60 class assets MIA presumed dead. Addendum 1. Addendum 1. During manned expedition to SCP-3109 on 19102-455, the FSV Tempestus manned by 6 voluntary D-class personnel was completely subsumed by -1. Transmissions from the Tempestus continued. If you want silver one standard nuggies. Alright. The Tempestus continued to receive the following 72 hours, but apparently could not receive any transmissions from the Foundation regardless of source. Below are selected transcribed portion of the transmissions. Alright, transmission log 0 seconds till 5 minutes. Okay, so we have a lot of voices here. But I'm already like reaching like the point where I'm getting delirious, so I'm just not gonna give a lot of voice acting here. Fuck! Operating lights up now. 82, find me a star or something. On it, lights coming up now. Whoa. Enceladus, I don't know if you still read us, but if you can, we've been straight swallowed by whatever the fuck this thing is. Allahu Akbar, it's beautiful. Like looking out into a shallow stained glass mirror. 82, do we have stars? Nothing yet, Skipper. A couple IR resources, but it doesn't make any sense. Skipper, we have Atmo outside of the ship. It's high oxygen and some trace gases. By 1/3 ATM, I think we can breathe it. Swear to fuck, if any of you open up that airlock, I'm not letting you back in. Skip, recommend we defrost 203 for an EVA to figure it out. Seriously, what did I just... Loud crashing is heard, followed by several yells. Massive lateral acceleration visible on feed. Inaudible speaking continues for 2 minutes before D2953 is able to reach the comm. Enceladus, we just got heavy. Things are... Oh, come on. Enceladus relying on a side on some kind of surface covered in yellow filaments that look like wheat grass, and there has to be 200 dogs just chilling outside the front door right now. Small brown and white coloring. We're gonna have to call you back. I have no idea what's going on right now. 82, wake 47 and 48 up here. We're gonna need Enceladus base, please. Someone repeats 5 times. Okay. Video feed from the craft exterior. Though the storage is sufficient to identify at least 20 instances of SCP-2624-3. Additional animate canines are present, but fidelity is insufficient to give a positive ID. Then we got 2 hours, 38 minutes, 12 seconds to 3 hours, 15 minutes, 10 seconds. Enceladus, this is D2982. Skipper's dead, or wishes she was. About 20 minutes ago, she was vivisected by an unknown. I'm trying to be professional about this, but I can't. We're all gonna die up here. 58 was torn to bits by some invisible nonsense. She just spun apart. All the tiny fleshy bits of her just decoupled from one another, and for a minute there her heart kept beating and her eyes kept moving. The tongue and her, I don't know if she was trying to talk, but all of it started twitching, and she got spun back together again, fell to the deck, and hasn't moved since. I'm afraid to touch her. Cam channel remains open for 5 minutes in complete silence. We still don't know what happened to our Eva. It was almost a day ago. I'm going to go ahead and call them lost. Faint barking audible in the background. Dogs are back. Audible crime begins. Sobs punctuated by wailing continue for approximately 10 minutes. Skipper's alive. Still on the thrust. If this were any place else, we'd be a million kilometers away by now, but the background hasn't changed noticeably. Still can't see any stars. No closer to the edge. I'm hearing some things bounce off the hull every now and again. But I stopped caring after I saw 65's body floating by. About 20,000 kilometers across. We're to fire those engines, Skipper. I gave that order at least 20 hours ago, and I'm heavy. Definitely under the thrust. While it holds for 28 minutes. This place depresses. Ship's calm. 71, confirm for me we're under thrust. 71, you there? 10 minutes of silence. I got you 82. I was just gonna ask Skipper if you wanted me to fire those engines. Sure, give me 0.75 G and let's get out of here. Huh, don't have to tell me that twice. Maybe we're the ones that aren't in the right maybe we're the ones that aren't in the right order. D298 who looks directly at the camera and remains motionless until feed cuts. Due to the content of this log and subsequent logs, it's very likely that this log arrived to the Foundation at least 24 hours ahead of time as it was sent. Then we have transmission log 17 hours 0 minutes 57 seconds to 17 hours 39 minutes 15 seconds. Forward, this portion of the transmission does not appear to have originated from the bridge, but was from within the EVA equipment originally stored in the Tempest's receipt. Receipt of this transmission indicates significant distortion of EM radiation within the anomaly. It may be responsible for past symptoms of radiation exposure noted in manned expedition accompanying camera feeds from EVA 2, worn by D2948. 47 check, 48 check, 65 check, and this is Ops bidding you all go ahead and open the airlock, I guess. Skipper's afraid of goofy space shit. Skip, didn't you grow up on Mars? Isn't this just like Thursday for you? Don't stall, asshole, you just woke up. Shit is literally sideways up here. Airlock cycling done. Airlock door opens. View of exterior of craft shown through airlock window is inconsistent with the view once the door is opened. Outside shows very low ambient light, no yellow filaments, and no animate canines. Landscape consistent with other dwarf planetoids in the Kuiper Belt to date. Wow, real spooky. But I'll tell you, Skip, this is super scary. Leaving the airlock now. 53, we're seeing a planetary surface. Do you have video? Yeah, I do. I'm still seeing dogs and wheatgrass up here at the bridge. All three expedition members exit the airlock. Camera shows a sky full of stars with the actual visibly high in the sky. Range unknown. Angular size of 15 degree. 15 degrees at its longest. Object proceeds slowly towards the setting sun. Skipper, you're absolutely sure that we're inside of -1? Yeah, I'm sure. I see your feed. I don't know what to think. I might be some audio from the bridge immediately cuts as the airlock door cycle closed. Camera view whips the location of the airlock. No ship is visible and there are no signs of the Tempests ever having landed behind them. Skip. 53. Tempest, this is EVA team, do you copy? D2948 can be heard beginning to hyperventilate in his suit. D2948 screams. Oh shit, 64, where's the fucking ship? Oh no. We're dead. We're fucking dead, that's it. The air's gonna run out and we are gonna die and that'll be the end. D2965 pulls D2948 to her helmet and speaks without opening comm. Vibrations picked up by in-suit microphone. You need to calm down. You keep hyperventilating, you're going to run your CO2 up and blow your scrubber before you run out of oxygen. Who cares? What difference does it make? We're fucked. We don't know that yet. It looks bad, but we might have options. Resumes use of comms. Okay, first thing, look for a cave or a hollow and a large rock that will fit over the surface. Second, we look on boosting the signal of our transmitter in hopes we can catch a mining vessel. What about -1? Any second this place could turn into the surface of the sun. Yeah, and it might turn into the Jersey Shore too. That's an unknown. We have to deal with it with what we have. -1 suddenly extends. Oh. Suddenly extends in length such that its nearest point is directly above D2948 at an apparent range of less than 1 kilometer. Angular size now in exceeds of 90 degrees, and it detects on a bright yellow coloration. D2947 and D2948 retreat several dozen meters. D2965 stops and looks up at the object. Magnificent. Do you hear that? 65, don't look at it. I hear something. It's singing. Do you not hear that singing? D2965 suddenly accelerates upwards as if in a free fall greater than 1G. The trajectory deflects around -1 prior to D2948 continuing retreat. Blue cuboid crystalline structures, possibly a copper molecular salt, spontaneously form in the surrounding area and slowly rise towards -1. Camera pans around and large crystal accumulation can be seen. On the outer surface of the object, D2948 continues to retreat, but movement begins to slow and strides become shorter as if responding to increased gravitation. Liquids of indeterminate composition manifest on the surface and rise in small spherical droplets. D2947 drops into a large pile of opaque liquid which settles immediately. No trace of D2947 remains. The stress focalization is audible from D2948 as forward progress stops and camera angles ascend. Skipper, Tempestus, someone answer me. I'm getting pulled into it. D2948 continues to rise above KBO 2448U102. Analysis indicates possible redshifting of planet for its surface, which is inconsistent with observed velocity. -1 structures surround D2948. Ambient light from indeterminate source illuminates several polytheral crystalline structures. Redshift effect appears to stop. Camera reorients to the direction of D2948's motion. FSV Tempestus is visible in upper right quadrant of feed for 0.3 seconds before suddenly disappearing. D2948 makes sudden contact with a surface resembling planetary basalt. I'm slowly like, now I'm reaching like the absolute tired like moment. I'm like, I want to go to bed, and I still have to make my bed. As vital signs from within the suit no longer detectable, camera continues transmitting for 25 minutes. Portions of basalt structure crumble and float away. There were blue crystals resembling those collected from the surface of KPO 2448 U102. Both materials spontaneously liquefy and combine together. Small structures resembling the appearance of -1 in inactive state manifest within the solution and expand to consume it. Structures form resembling calcite pins on the surface of these instances, which suddenly disintegrate and accelerate outward in all directions. 5 such instances develop and disintegrate in view of the camera before feed cuts. Don't come for me. I've made my peace. Transmission log 55 hours, 40 minutes, 18 seconds till 56 hours. Direct, like, point on. Text description. For the duration of the segment, the transmission feed from the Tempestus is replaced by a sound video stream of the final 20 minutes of the film 2001: A Space Odyssey. Whether this is intentional or due to spatial temporal distortions surrounding -1 is unknown. And then we have transmission log 69 hours, 20 minutes, 75 seconds till 69 hours, 23 minutes, 97 seconds. Forward transmission appears to be an isolated single feed from the exterior of FSV Tempestus. Wait, Tempestuous? That's how you probably say it. I'm sorry, I'm fucking tired as hell. Neither the Tempestuous nor its crew are visible. Audio transmission appears to be a male human voice claiming to be an agent of the Foundation, which matches no voice printing on record. Timestamps of video appears to have been anomalously altered to allow up to 125 seconds per minute during this segment. Into outer space, please. Someone. Camera depicts a view consistent with earlier views of the interior of Dash 1. Large luminous structure similar in shape to electron orbital or are visible floating within the field. Enceladus. But I'm not confident. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but if you can, stay away from Oberon. There's nothing for us here. It's connected to 3109 somehow. Also known as Uranus 4. Subsequent remote survey of the moon. Also unable to detect any anomalous properties. Topological similarity between Oberon and KBO 2448-U102 approaches 100% during -1 inactive periods. The relation between these bodies is as yet unknown. A surface study of the moon currently under consideration. Luminous structures drift toward one another, forming ring structures consisting of 5 or 6. What I've seen, whatever is down here can just do about anything. I wish it made more sense. Ring structures collide with other solitary floating structures and attach to the edges of each ring at a predictable angle. It's absolutely beautiful, but I can't figure it out. They're huge, but big as houses. What's that, 10 meters across? Something like that. Like enormous extra-dimensional ticker toys. Allah Akbar, I hope this feed gets to someone smaller than me. It's a Foundation vessel, so hopefully the transmitter is still working. Large groups of the unidentified structures combine in geometric patterns in many parts of the field. View is insufficient to be conclusive as to greater structure, but structures appear to resemble known organic chemicals of some variety. I was separated from my team. Maybe they'll make it back with a complete report. I don't even know if you get this in the right order. My memories aren't even in the right order. Motion and recombination of luminous structures continues throughout. After we landed, they just vanished, and we have a still image from transmission log 13 at 55 hours, 22 minutes, 109 seconds. Full image. I wonder if it's supposed to like reference something. In Solar Base, please someone. Analysis of video feed by Organic Chemistry Lab at Sat 19 confirms the presence of structures analogous to deoxyribonucleose-based nucleotides still attached for reference. Proposing we investigate causal and spatial isolation of KBO 24498 with 2448-U102 and surrounding space from the rest of the Sol system. The anomaly is dangerous and unpredictable, and allowing its continued existence in the Kuiper Belt has the potential to destabilize future prospecting operations and thereby the existence of all extraterrestrial human presence, Mars and Ceres included. Attached to this proposal are plans for an array of n-dimensional manifold inhibitors capable of contacting and isolating the entirety of the current containment the containment strata within a standard S213 causal isolation cell. Please consider these options seriously, expenses notwithstanding. Junior researcher Dr. Thaddeus Young, we read you in my subcapital special for the SCP-2000. Spatial topology. Proposal rejected by 3 to 9 decision. There is as yet insufficient evidence to suggest that this containment would prove to be indefinitely effective. It is beyond us. Leave it alone. 05-12. I'm so fucking tired, dude. It looks like not only does the atmosphere change, but yeah, it adds items. Like it adds. I wonder if it has something to do with like what you know. Like, because why was a D class? See, I'm so tired. I don't even know what's going on. Was it a D class that just spawned in there? Like, why was a D class up there? Why are the SCPs that they have to deal with up? I am about to fall asleep right here on the stream. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to stop talking. But yeah, I just wish I was more awake because I feel like I'm not giving this SCP the deserve it gets. Because like the concept is really cool that like an object is like rotating around a planet, and that leads to the planet actually getting changed. Like an actual transformation stuff is. Yeah, pretty cool. I like it.